So I'm making this video pretty much out of just salt. We got a buddy Riz. You've seen him in videos. You know, we play together. He main's Mag Warden right now. And anytime we get in a party together, he just starts talking mad shit, saying Stamplar's OP. And you know, what do I know? I've only played the class for, you know, fucking years. So pretty much, I'm making this video to pretty much compare and contrast Stamplar and Mag Warden. You know, kind of look at the benefits and the cons of playing the class in the form of like 1vxing, because like that's the most raw shit to test your class. So let's just let's go over the points. 1vxing, anybody that does it knows that it's based off of the ability to kite, ability to take damage, and the ability to sustain. Damage isn't really an issue anymore because CP carries you in the form of damage. So let's look at Stamplar's survivability. You know, we're in medium armor, and since they nerfed heavy and took away major mending, we have bad heals. You know, and we're looking at the classes as in the arms and hands of an average player. We're not looking at it as in like, well, you know, blah 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 is the best Stamplar, blah 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 is the best Mag Warden. We're not looking at that because that changes the whole argument. We're looking at in average players using these builds. So, like I said, Stamplar, we have bad healing and survivability because medium armor. And when you have bad healing, that affects your sustain. All the builds I'm running right now have over 3k regen, and you know by just look at my sustain. Like it's hard to sustain. So sustain is an issue for Stamplars, and that affects your survivability, and that all wraps together. So it's hard to kite when you don't have resources because you're trying to stay alive. So you look at Mag Warden, okay? They have overshields. The overshields mitigate damage. Pretty self-explanatory. Most of them are running 2H and Resto Staff, and the 2H they use forward momentum, which immunes them to snares, so they can kite around a lot easier when they don't have to worry about being snared. And their sustain magic recovery has always been a little bit higher than Stam, with sets like Lich and Lich Mothers and all that. So they naturally have a little bit better sustain. And then Resto heavy attacks, of course, are very good for recovery, especially if you're running a heavy build. So it's just you can get better sustain with magic, and then you have the ability to kite freely and not have to worry about getting cheesed down out of your stamina, because everything in this game snares. So you can't avoid them, but you have a move that just completely negates it. It's pretty crazy. So with that being said, you know, Stamplars, your main damage is jabs. Jabs is undodgeable, but jabs is also melee, and you have to actually be able to aim said jabs. When most builds in this game right now are running forward momentum, it's very hard to actually land jabs. You might hit one or two, but you know, that's 3 or 4k damage. You know, that's not enough to kill somebody or even really keep pressure up on them. So when you look at it like that, it's, you know, it's hard to deal damage. And then you look at Mag Wardens, they have a combo right now that almost every Mag Wardens use. It instantly kills people. It's Swarm, Fissure, Soul Assault. It will kill top tier players like their Zerglings, and you pretty much can't really counter it because in an open world situation you can't see the fissure go down until it's too late, and it's a little buggy right now. It sometimes hits through block. It's not reliable or consistent, but it happens occasionally. So with that, it's like you can't even stop it, and you also get Soul Assault back so quick. You look at our combo, we have to do Power of the Light, then jab enough to get that to hit max damage, and then Dawnbreaker. And Dawnbreaker can be avoided or blocked. You know, sometimes it just misses. So that is a big difference in burst potential. Like this whole game, like, is based off of utility. If your class doesn't have good utility, you're not going to be able to perform as well as with a different class that has better utility. Stamplar versus Stam Warden. Like, Stam Warden has way better utility than Stamplar will ever have. And with Cleanse, I'm covering this for all the Stamplars out there. Cleanse, people that keep saying, oh, well, you're a Stamplar, Dove, you have Cleanse. You could just cleanse. You could cleanse, Dove, cleanse. You can do that shit twice. And that's it. Twice. And that's if you don't rune. When you have to use your cleanse for when you get hit with an in cap, or you start getting nuked and you have some nasty dots on you, and that's your cleanse right there, they can put them dots right back on you. You might get hit with another stray in cap. Then you know you have to take that. Like, you can't just cleanse again. You don't have no magic. So with that, it's a lot harder to deal with that. And another thing, wardens, magic wardens, they have a cleanse. They can cleanse. Actually, every class has the ability to cleanse. There's this cool thing in the support tree. It's called Purge. When you morph that, it costs just as much as Purify does. So if cleanse is that OP, why is like nobody else using that? So cleanse isn't a viable option. That's what I'm trying to say. You can't build your character around cleanse like you used to be able to. So I would just want you guys' opinion. If you guys think that Stamplar's OP, it's balanced right now, or you think Stamplar's OP, or it's balanced right now, or they can use a little bit of a buff, not a huge buff, so we know what happened from T1, just a minor buff, not something crazy. And then what's your guys' opinion on Mag Warden? If Mag Warden needs nerfed, if they need buffed, or if they're all right where they're at. Leave your responses in the comments, and I'll probably make a part 2 if this gets good feedback. That's all. Later, bitches!